This is a live presentation of the Ticats Audio Network. Are you ready? Ticats football is on the air.
Touchdown, Tiger Cats! Caught it! It's a touchdown!
Number 17, Luke Tasker, what a catch!
Now the voice of the Tiger Cats. Here is RJ Broadhead with analyst Luke Tasker.
Great to have you with us. An important game for the Tiger Cats and the Argonauts in the battle in the East Division. This is the third meeting of the season between these two teams. They'll finish the regular season series next week on Labor Day at Tim Hortons Field. Tonight, this battle is at BMO Field in Toronto with the exhibition right nearby. A lot of fans in attendance with stuffed animals, so clearly there were some winners already tonight at some of the festival games.
Oh, yeah. Big panda bear in the stands there. We saw tigers, everything. It looks like an exciting place right now. Oh, there you go.
Yes, yeah, a lot of black and gold at BMO Field. And the Argos have lost 2 in a row. Tiger Cats have lost last game against Montreal. It was a tough loss, but this 0-5 on the road, Luke, has to end, and it has to end tonight, doesn't it?
And BMO's the perfect place to do it because it's only halfway on the road, right? And and you know, it's a great night for football. The Ticats did a lot of good things on the field a few weeks back, but the fourth quarter came back to bite them again at this at BMO. They've got to get that right tonight. Neither of these teams, the fourth quarters have been problems in all of their losses. It's just and for the Ticats specifically on the road, they've really struggled to finish off the games. That surely is Orlando Steinauer's message to the team.
And speaking of Orlando Steinauer, on the big screen, they're honoring the Hall of Fame class and showing some highlights of O as a member of the Argos. Not a lot of him as a member of the Ticats on the big screen.
Yeah, Pinball Clemens and Coach O down on the field, and good for him, though, because he was one of those guys who was able to have 2 great careers, one on both ends of the QEW, so very special for Coach.
Yes, Pinball down there beside Coach O, and anything to get Coach a little distracted before the game, eh? It's all strategy.
Interesting timing.
Yes. Should be a beautiful night, though. 24 degrees with the humidity. Feels like 28, and there is a bit of a wind. It's 20 kilometers an hour out of the northwest, gusting up to 30 kilometers an hour. So we'll see how Seth Small and Boris Beattie deal with that, because field goals could be a major factor. And Coach O, injuries, it's been one of those issues that the team has had to deal with, but the waiting room. The waiting room has been busy, and it's next man up and next man in. Rodney Randall Jr. will be at cornerback. We will be back with opening kickoff between the Argonauts and the Tiger Cats on the Ticats Audio Network.
Hi, this is Dane Evans from the Hamilton Ticats. Now back to Luke and RJ.
On the Ticats Audio Network.
Thank you very much, Dane. Looking forward to seeing Dane Evans back at quarterback for the Tiger Cats, and it is pretty good timing. He was injured last couple of games. Matthew Schultz performed quite well in Dane's absence, but these are games the Tiger Cats have to win, and Dane Evans is their number 1 quarterback, and we're going to have the coin toss with referee Ben Major. Let's have a listen.
Is tails. The league logo is heads. Hamilton, who's going to call it? Heads. You're calling heads? Heads is
win
the call.
with the call.
Heads is the call. It is a head. You've won. Hamilton will defer their choice to the second half. What do you want? Okay, you're taking the ball? Okay, Toronto will receive. Which end you want to kick from?
We like it like this.
Like it like that? Toronto will receive here. Guys, have a good game.
So Toronto will receive after Hamilton won the coin toss and deferred. So Hamilton will be going from right to left, as we call this game. Argos are 4-5. Tiger Cats are 3-7. In first place, very much still up for grabs in the East Division. Montreal is on a bye week. So the Argos do have a game in hand. Montreal will also have a game in hand on Hamilton. So the Tiger Cats The runway is getting shorter and shorter here, now playing in their 11th game of the season, 18-game season. They have to get going tonight. I know we've talked about it a lot this week, Luke, but all the issues have to be learning experiences, and they have to put together that full 60 minutes.
And Hamilton coming off their loss, Toronto coming off a loss, and then of course before that was the previous Toronto-Hamilton game. So we're in the middle of this dicey series here as well, and this is the 12th time these teams have gone head-to-head against each other, and it just makes for such an interesting, competitive energy on the field. Like we've talked about going into this last back-to-back, your film really starts to narrow down. You're not watching clips from a whole season. You're just watching this last game, and so I'll be really, really tuned into the some of these one-on-one battles throughout the night of guys who have been seeing each other so frequently in the past weeks, and then as we go into next week. And interestingly, in the last 11 or the previous 11 back-to-backs, both teams have swept the back-to-back 4 times each.
Okay.
And they've split it 3 times, including this past one 2 weeks ago. So really, really, even in their back-to-back stretches, and now we enter another one to see what happens.
Well, that doesn't make it easy for us to pick a trend here.
It does not. not much to go on there, but it's exciting for the league, and you've got 2 teams that really always are having really great competitive football games.
We expect a close game. Jamal Roll back at cornerback. Simone Lawrence still out. Kyle Wilson at the weak side linebacker. And Pappy White is back for the Tiger Cats. And he will return kicks as well. That means that Lawrence Woods is out. Between these 2 teams, they have 35 players on the injured list. And it kind of all stemmed from that first game between these 2 teams. And then the back-to-back, more injuries. And then Toronto played Calgary last week. Hamilton played Montreal. More injuries. So that's a lot of players combined to be on the injured list.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago at BMO Field, there must have been a half an hour of stoppage times for injury. It was a brutal game with guys on the field and some very costly ones. And hopefully we don't have that tonight.
So the Hamilton Tiger Cats about to kick off, going right to left. They're wearing white tops, black pants, black helmets. In Toronto, the double blue, the light blue pants, the dark blue tops. And it's Javon Leake who will bring it across the 40-yard line before the Tiger Cats special teams is able to tackle him. And the special teams for the Tiger Cats really did a great job against Montreal last week in the return game, and Montreal one of the best. So we expect to see a pretty solid effort again.
Absolutely. Like we've said already, McLeod Bethel-Thompson's done a great job of protecting the football, and the Ticats defense has struggled taking it away, something both teams are going to look to work on tonight.
McLeod Bethel-Thompson, second in the CFL in passing yards, and in the shotgun, doesn't even take a step back, and quickly throws a pass to his right to the newcomer in the lineup for the Argos. It's DeMonte Coxie. Solid
completion, 4-yard gain. It's a great feeling to start the game off with a forward pass for a completion, RJ. As an offensive player, it just gets a little jitters off your shoulder pads.
Bethel-Thompson throwing deep. He's got a receiver, and he can't come up with it. Tunde Adeleke helping out Richard Leonard on that play. It was just a little bit overthrown, and it was to the dangerous Curly Gittins Jr., the leading Canadian receiver in the CFL, but it's a 2 and out for the Argos.
Yeah, at least 2 and outs made by any team in the CFL. That's the Toronto Argonauts, and they start the game off with one here. But speaking of dangerous, Tunde Adeleke, very, very close to getting an interception there.
You're right. He's so fast. He closed on that quickly. John Haggerty, the Australian punter of the Argos. Pappy White. He hasn't played in 6 games, and he fumbled that punt, but he was able to jump on it quickly, and it will be tough starting field position for the Tiger Cats. Looks like they'll be just outside their own 15.
You and I talked about in our podcast this week, the number one job of a returner is to get the ball back in the offensive hands after that return, and Pappy White did that, but just by the skin of his teeth.
Yes. Well, the nerves are gone now, hopefully, for Pappy White. Yeah. Dane Evans back in, trying to lead the Tiger Cats to a victory. Hands off to Don Jackson immediately. Some good blocking in front of him, and Don Jackson gets a nice run up close to the 25-yard line. They'll be very close to a first down.
Great run. And Maurice Carnell, the fourth boundary half, for the Argonauts, came blitzed right off the edge on that play. Really, and was in great position to make a tackle in the backfield, but Don Jackson was able to make him miss and then get a really great positive gain.
The running game really hasn't been a factor in any Ticats games this year. They haven't rushed for a lot, and the opposition hasn't either. Now it looks like Jalen Morton in at quarterback for the short yardage. He runs to his right, he breaks through the line, and he will take it up near the 35-yard line. It's a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Man, great short yardage play. He's 6'3" and 237, Jalen Morton, for a quarterback. He's just got an excellent skill set for being a short yardage CFL guy. That was 2nd and 2, you know. I mean, reasonably they had a second chance at it on third down, but no need. That was a really impressive play to the right side.
A couple of good runs early on here for the Tiger Cats. Started on their own 16. Now they're up to their own 33. Fresh set of downs. Ball right between the hash marks in the middle of the field. Dane Evans in the shotgun, flanked to his left by Don Jackson. Doesn't pass. It's a throw to Lamar Durant. Behind the line of scrimmage. Now he's working to get up past the 35-yard line. He will get a gain of a couple there, but Durant gets into the game.
Yeah, good to get the ball into his hands early. A guy who hasn't had all that much action this season, and Tim White with a great block outside of that reception. Tim White has had a lot of action, specifically last week against Montreal, but tough earned 3 yards there. You know, it's not the easiest or quickest play, but 2nd and 7.
From Hamilton 36, Tiger Cats just over 42% on second down conversions. Tim White had 4 of them last week. This is a pass off to the right. It is complete to White. It is Pappy White. And he makes his first reception in quite a few games. And the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down. He was injured. He's back in after missing 6 games.
I would love to see a shot down the field here, RJ. Dane Evans has really done a good job on this drive, and they've had quick answers for him. And at this first down, right around the midfield mark here, I think you got to let him be aggressive with his throws as well, and give him some chances to move it downfield explosively.
Tiger Cats' first possession of the game. 4 receivers to Dane Evans' left. This has been a pretty good drive so far. Throw over the middle. You're right, Luke. They're going for it. It's Pappy White again. A huge gain for the Tiger Cats. He's inside the Argos 30. First down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Right down the middle. That was awesome. And Pappy White back-to-back receptions, and right over the middle, in between that halfback and free safety. Just a really awesome throw, and Pappy White settled down actually in that zone a little bit, got really comfortable underneath the highest zone players. Beautiful, beautiful pass from Dane Evans. Stood in the pocket, made his reads. It was a 4-receiver set, and Pappy White right in the perfect spot.
32 yards. Dane Evans in the shotgun. Durant cuts in front of him. The handoff goes to Don Jackson. He's bouncing from one foot to the other, just waiting to make that cut. And he went straight ahead and maybe got a gain of 1 or 2.
It was so close to being a really just exceptional run. Like Don Jackson made a few guys miss in the backfield and got a positive gain, but he was just a shoestring away from probably bursting towards that first down there. Now in a moderate second down scenario here, but Don Jackson involved early.
Argos were 2 and out. What a drive this is for the Tiger Cats. Started on their own 16. They've gone 6 plays, 67 yards. They're on the Toronto 27. Dane Evans, empty backfield. He's going for it, looking end zone, and it's overthrown. Keandre Smith was the intended target, and Smith had caught the last 6 passes he was targeted on. That one he could not come up with. It was uncatchable.
Yeah, I think a little miscommunication or just a different read. It could have been a route where Smith has the option based on the coverage to go deep or to curl up, and they obviously were just on a different page there, not really a catchable ball. But like you said, RJ, this is a good drive, and Seth Small with a very makeable field. He's perfect under 40 yards this year.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it, because last week I read all his stats, and then He had a miss. This one's from 33. Seth Small has hit 2 in a row, and he is perfect right down the middle. You can't get it any more centered between the uprights than that. And that's a great start for the Tiger Cats. Their first drive, they start on their own 16 and turn it into 3 points on the Seth Small field goal. 3-0. Tiger Cats lead the Argos. We'll be right back with the rest of the first quarter on the Ticats Audio Network. Great to have you with us. BMO Field, the site for the big rivalry game between the Ticats and the Argos. Great first drive for the Tiger Cats. Ends in a field goal. So a 3-0 lead for Hamilton. They score first for the 6th time this season. The 5 previous, they've only turned one of those into a victory. A.J. Ouellette gets the handoff, and that is going to be a loss for the Argos. This run defense for the Tiger Cats is impressive. Mason Bennett was the first to Ouellette.
Jovan Santos Knox in there right after and tied for the league lead in tackles coming into this weekend. That is just an impressive way to start this drive. If they can make the Toronto Argonauts go back-to-back 2-and-outs, that is a great start to this game.
Argos are known for having poor first quarters. It's the only quarter the Tiger Cats have won in the 2 games, but that's a big play by McLeod Bethel Thompson, finding Devontae Coxey right near that first down marker. And it looks like he does have the first down by about half a yard. So they needed 11, and they got 11.5.
That is boundary corner Jamal Roll, who's back in the lineup after having to miss a week there. But great 12-yard comeback right at the sticks there by Coxey.
Coxey, the only Argo to catch a pass so far. There's one that is tipped right at the line, and it was intended for Curly Gittins Jr. The Tiger Cats have picked it up, but it is incomplete, and there is a flag. Bennett, I think he was the one who got a hand on it. Mason Bennett again.
Little wide receiver screen to McLeod Bethel Thompson's left that they were setting up. I think it was Mason Bennett, and I didn't see any foul here. Be interesting to see what they're, and it's taking a time. Speedy B's getting in the referee huddle to figure out what that flag's on.
Just help the officials out a bit. Ben Major, the referee. A couple of flags.
There is no flag on the play for pass interference because the forward pass was tipped. The result of the play is an incomplete pass. It's second down.
And Mason Bennett, you could see right after, was going to the official showing
You're right.
that he got a hand on it. So no penalty. The Tiger Cats took 125 yards in penalties against Montreal. That was the most they had taken all season long. Montreal took even more in that game, penalty-filled game. Second attempt for the Argos. They're on their own 51-yard line. Tiger Cats lead 3-0. McLeod Bethel Thompson going deep again, and it's intercepted. Welcome to the Tiger Cats, Rodney Randall Jr. First game with Hamilton, and he gets his first Ticats interception.
Great job by Randall keeping winning leverage on Coxey, meaning he had the high shoulder and he didn't play the man, he played the ball, he just kept in a position as if he was the receiver. And RJ, we talked about it, if you can force McLeod Bethel Thompson to make inerrant throws, that's going to happen. That was a bad throw and a great opportunity for Randall.
Huge play by the defense, 3-0. Tiger Cats lead the Argos. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Welcome back, 3-0 Ticats. How about this? The Labor Day Classic 50-50 jackpot is a guaranteed $50,000. Tickets go on sale Monday at 10 a.m. Be sure to get your ticket early for a chance at $50,000. And the early bird draw for $1,000 on Friday, September 2nd at 8 p.m. Brought to you by the Hamilton Bulldogs Foundation. License number RAF 1235466. Hamilton on their opening drive. Started on their own 16. Not great field position here again, but it's off a Rodney Randall interception. First turnover this season that Toronto has had against the Tiger Cats. Started from their own 22, and Dane Evans looking for Pappy White again, trying to establish that chemistry. He couldn't come up with that one. It's incomplete.
Good throw by Dane, though. It's decent timing, and Pappy just had to kind of secure that, and probably was going to get tackled right away, but got to secure those catches. It's there's not enough downs in the CFL to have a drop you know, and Pappy White, you know, muffing that early punt in this game as well. Just kind of got to get those nerves. Like you said, it's been a while since he's been out there.
And the Ticats starting this drive from their own 17. This time it's Don Jackson out of the backfield. He'll get across the 25, close to the 30. And where are they spotting this? It is going to be very close to a first down. You needed to get to the
See, I'm of the
27.
mindset, I want it to not be a first down so they can have a second and an inch and throw a bomb down the field. You know how I
Well,
you
it
know
would
what
have been
I
third,
think
though.
Excuse me, you're right. You're so
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you need it here. Don Jackson lowering his shoulder on the sidelines, and you could probably catch in the broadcast there. That was right on the Hamilton's bench there, and great energy and excitement when a guy puts a hit on right in front of the team.
It is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Now up to their own 28-yard line. Dane Evans gets it right back in the hands of Don Jackson. He runs right. There's a pile of players over in that direction, but he's able to get some positive yardage, 2, maybe 3 yards.
It's impressive to see that last reception from the backfield by Don Jackson for, you know, to convert that 2nd and 10. That's been an issue for the Ticats. The long second downs, the difficulty continuing drives in that, and again, for the second drive of the night, they're off and running with the first down and positive yardage again.
It was a 4-yard run for Don Jackson. 2nd and 6. Tiger Cats on their own 32-yard line, trying to convert another second down. Dane Evans wanting to pass. He's under pressure, escapes that, checks it down to Don Jackson. He dances his way across the 35-yard line. And again, will be close to a first down, depending on the spot, but I don't think he got it.
It's very close again, and Dane Evans, just unbelievable. First of all, securing the ball as he's dancing around all kinds of pressure in the backfield, but he escaped out of it and found Don Jackson, you know, in the over the ball as the check down. Just an awesome job by Dane and Don Jackson to get close to this first down marker.
So the ball is on the 37.5. The Tiger Cats need to get to the 38. Jalen Morton in short yardage again. This time he'll run to his left. He's hit immediately, but a second effort, and I think he did stretch far enough. He did. So Jalen Morton, that second effort was enough to get the first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross, the Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
That ball came loose from the center quarterback connection. Wow. Very, very close to being the kind of catastrophe that the Ticats suffered early in the season, right? Strange, untimely turnovers, but able to secure it and push it forward to get the first down.
Yeah, there's a break going the Tiger Cats' way. Maybe the tide is turning. First downs, Hamilton has 5 in the game. Toronto just 1. Another fresh set of downs, Hamilton from their own 39. Stephen Dunbar Jr. makes the catch, and he's up close to the Hamilton 50-yard line. And again, it'll be right near the first down. They say it is, so the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down.
Way out to the left side there. That was a really well-executed wide receiver screen, and it's Brandon Revenberg and Woodmansey all the way out to the sidelines making the blocks, and the wide receivers, you know, driving upfield and coming back to catch that ball. That gives those big guys enough time out there. Just awesome job by Stephen Dunbar to make the reception and get 10 yards.
Dane Evans has Sean Thomas Erlington behind him. Lamar Durant cuts in front. It's play action to Thomas Erlington, and Dane Evans under pressure again, escapes the first wave. Now he's going to have to run with it, and he sees Wynton McManus, the league's leading tackler, coming, and wisely slides. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just right back to the line there. And heavy blitz there from Toronto. And Dane actually did find time to the left, but strong coverage in the secondary. They were setting up for a really, really deep pass. Again, they were looking to give Dane a chance to throw it down the field, but smartly held onto it, and nothing happening, and at least got back to the line.
Tim White, performer of the week last week with 11 receptions, 145 yards receiving, couple of touchdowns, has not been targeted yet. It's a 2nd and 10. Hamilton on their own 50. Dane Evans, a pump fake. It is picked off. Argos have picked it off. It's Jamal Peters, and he takes it across midfield into Hamilton territory, just shy of the Hamilton 50. So the Argos defense comes up big. There's 2:54 to go in the opening quarter. Tiger Cats lead 3-0. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network.
Hi, this is Dylan Wynn, number 98, your defensive tackle for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and we're back to the Hamilton Ticat Audio Network.
Dylan Wynn, a game-time decision. He is playing for the Tiger Cats. Great to have you with us on the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead, Luke Tasker. It's 3-0 for the Tiger Cats, but the turnovers, each team has now thrown an interception. There's just under 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Argos, best starting field position, and it is a handoff straight up the middle to Javon Leak, and he gets a pretty good gain. Looks like 9 yards across the Ticats' 45-yard line.
So 1 turnover per team. The interesting thing, RJ, the hidden kind of statistics of turnovers is the Toronto threw a deep pass that Hamilton picked off, but it was second and long. It was about to be a punt anyways, right?
Yeah.
Hamilton, that was a first down turnover. It was drop 9 coverage. It was rush throw. It was much more damaging, to be honest, than McLeod Bethel Thompson's turnover.
Another handoff goes to Leak, and he will get enough for the first down, very close to the Hamilton 40-yard line. In fact, they are spotting it right on the Hamilton 40, so the Argos getting close to potentially getting some points here.
A little success on the ground here for Toronto as they enter Ticat territory.
On the Hamilton 40, fresh set of downs. Tiger Cats lead 3-0. Still in the first quarter. McLeod Bethel Thompson tries to throw over the middle. That's another one batted down by the defensive line, and it might have been our audio pal Dylan Wynn who brought us in from commercial who knocked that one down. He's a busy guy right now.
We should track that stat. The play is made after the
That's right.
after the entrance.
They'll all be lining up to do that intro.
That was interesting. That was cover 0 against an empty set. So you have 6 wide receivers and 6 guys in coverage. It's just a very unique stance there. Great job by the rush for Hamilton.
Defense trying to come up big. Second and 10 from the Hamilton 40. McLeod Bethel Thompson throws over the middle. It was tight coverage. Richard Leonard was right there, but it's a great catch by Curly Gittins Jr. There is a flag on the play.
In the backfield, and people are marching backwards. I'm thinking this might be a holding.
It's a 10-yard penalty. We'll replay second down.
So Ben Major didn't have his mic on quite at the start.
Yeah, they got him with the holding. That could not have come at a better time for the Ticats. The great strike over the middle there by McLeod Bethel Thompson into tight coverage, but very, very well-placed football to Curly Gittins Jr., and the holding brings them back for now what is a 2nd and 20.
Yeah, and more importantly, pushes them back to the Hamilton 50.
Out of field goal range.
Exactly. McLeod Bethel Thompson throws to his left. It's Markeith Ambles who will get close to the 40-yard line of the Tiger Cats. Not enough for a first down, so it brings up 3rd down, and the Argos.
Yeah, that was an important reception by Ambles there. I mean, that got them up to Hamilton from the 50 to the 41, so that Beatty can make an attempt for this. You know, that was reasonably out. Potentially you could say that was outside of what is a reasonable field goal range, and now this is a makeable distance for Beatty to tie the game. 48.
This is a 48-yard attempt. That was the same distance that haunted the Tiger Cats last week on the final play of the game. Let's see what Boris Beatty can do from 48 yards out. And just through. It looked like it was drifting to the right, and it just made it through the upright. So the field goal is good. The game is tied at 3 with 8 seconds to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a break and be right back. This is the Ticats Audio Network.
This week on the Ticats Audio Network.
And you know, Luke, I don't spend a ton of time down there, right? My reflection usually is the meeting room and, of course, on the football field. And I kind of leave the locker room to the locker room.
That's Orlando Steinauer on assessing the mood of his team this week, as heard on the Coach O Show with Luke Tasker on the Ticats Audio Network. If you have a question for Coach O, email gameday@ticats.ca. And it's always a great show with you and Coach O, Luke. And the fan questions are good. You play off it well. Coach O seems to have some great answers, so it's a must listen to on the Ticats Audio Network. You can pay me later.
No, it has been very fun to chat with Coach, and we get into the the previous game each week, and of course in the upcoming game, but also just kind of more higher level sometimes football talk. And it's just he's an unbelievable football mind, and he's a joy to talk with.
Two football guys talking football. It's fantastic. So, last play of the opening quarter. It's a handoff to Don Jackson. Tiger Cats starting with their own 40. He'll get across the 45, maybe to the 47. So a pretty good run on first down from Don Jackson. But that's the end of the opening quarter, a low-scoring quarter. Each team got a field goal. We expect this game to be close. So far it is. Second quarter action coming up. It's 3-3 between the Ticats and the Argonauts on the Ticats Audio Network.
How you guys doing? This is Alden Darby Jr., number 22 of your Hamilton Tiger Cats, and back to the Ticats Audio Network.
Second quarter action at BMO Field. It is a 2nd and 3 for the Tiger Cats from their own 47. It's a handoff to Don Jackson, and he's still running, but the play's been whistled down due to a
procedure,
flag.
Hamilton, number 50. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's still second down.
That's Travis Vorn call.
The previous run, the last play of the quarter there, we saw Kyle Saxley, who has not been in much this season, but he had an enormous block to spring Don Jackson's run, and this one looked like Don Jackson was about to be off as well.
And I think Jackson 5, Donnie J, thought he was taking it to the house. He was already pointing. He didn't realize that the flag had flown.
Babe Ruth.
2nd and 8 for the Tiger Cats from their own 42-yard line. Dane Evans back to pass. Pressure comes, so he has to step up. Looks to his left. There's Don Jackson. And he'll high step his way up to the 50-yard line. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Smart check down, and he didn't go there too early. He was trying to make a throw downfield, and he smartly decided against it. And I mean, that's to convert that 2nd and 12 in the first quarter. They did it a couple times too, really keeping drives alive. But Hamilton, they're teeing up some long throws down the field, and they've got to spring some loose here. But the Argonauts in some deep zone coverage is hard to find your guy.
In the first quarter, tied at 3. Hamilton at 107 net yards. Toronto just 37. That turnover led to the Toronto field goal. Dane Evans hands off to Don Jackson. He was waiting for a hole to open up, but Jamal Peters, who's having himself a game for the Argos, tackles Jackson for a loss, and Peters already has an interception in the game.
Seven, larger bodies in the game there. You see Jesse Gibbon leaving the field right now, and they had 7 guys with their hands on the ground there. That's a running formation. You've got all your blockers, and there was absolutely no room for Don Jackson to go. Really impressive job by the Argonaut run stop.
A loss of 1. So 2nd and 11. Ticats on their own 51-yard line. Dane Evans steps back into the shotgun again, tries to step forward, and the Argos have pulled the ball out of his hand. They pulled it out of his hand, and the Argos have the football. Another turnover by the Tiger Cats. The Argos were all over him, and it was Sam Achapong who ends up with the football. Evans was bobbling it, and Achapong has it at midfield for the Argos. They'll be in good field position. We'll be back as the Argos offense is coming back on the field in a 3-all football game. This is the Ticats Audio Network. The turnovers, multiple turnovers now for the Tiger Cats. 8th time in 11 games they've had multiple turnovers in a game. The issue here is we're very early in the second quarter. Last time there was a turnover, it was a Toronto interception. It led to the Argos' only field goal. McLeod Bethel Thompson hands off to Javon Leake, who desperately tried to break the tackle of Mason Bennett, could not, and might have got it back to the line of scrimmage. So no doubt about this Ticats run defense. It's solid again tonight.
And Kyle Wilson right in there too, obviously filling in for Simone Lawrence, who's out injured. And yeah, great run stop there, but man, the turnovers, RJ, like we've already mentioned, they're they're costly as far as field position, as where it happens, when it happens. Really, really costly. And huge play here to get into Boris Beatty range.
Defense trying to get a stop. Argos right at midfield. It's 2nd and 10. McLeod Bethel Thompson off-balance throw, and it's well short of Speedy B, who appeared to be the intended target. It's incomplete, and the defense does its job.
Yes. Unbelievable job by the Ticat defense there to come. You know, you're sitting on the bench and you get surprised by that turnover, and you got to go out there on the field. And now it's all on your shoulders to protect your team, and they don't give up a single yard. So now it's Pappy White's turn. Can he get some reasonable field position and try to limit the hazard caused, the hazardous damage caused by the turnover?
Lawrence Woods injured. Tiger Cats came very close to blocking that John Haggerty punt. Pappy White lets it bounce, and it'll get all the way down to the 5. It's sitting at the 4-yard line, and Pappy White picks it up, and I don't see a flag on the field, and the Argos have pinned the Tiger Cats extremely. Oh, there is a flag. There is a flag. I see it outside the 10 now.
That was a horrific return, RJ. Putrid. I mean, you cannot let the ball bounce. All you got to do is catch it and fall down. Really, and you get 15 yards for your offense. I mean, it's hidden. It doesn't count for you. But it's just as important as every 15 yards.
Well, it puts a lot of pressure on the offense now. We'll see what this flag is. Seems to be some discussion amongst the officials. There is an Argo down on the field.
Keandre Smith ended the play, squarely on top of an Argonaut on the field, and it was kind of were locked up there for a while after the whistle. I don't know if it's something to do with that, but I don't think that the Argonauts were inside of the 5-yard halo. I don't think it's a no yards infraction, but it did come late.
So Pappy White, it was right near where he picked up the football, the injury to the Argos. It appears to be Caleb Holden. This is the Argo who's down on the field being looked at by the training staff. Bit surprising that Tim White has not been targeted yet. And also, it's Matt Schultz in the football game at quarterback. Are you surprised by that, Luke?
No, I'm not terribly surprised. I mean, a poor decision by Dane to step up in the pocket, but you got to give Matt a chance, as he's been performing well, and it's time to start getting some points in this game.
It's 3-all. We'll take a break. We'll see what Matt Schultz can do when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats travel well, plenty of fan support at BMO Field, and what an interesting penalty that was. It's an ejection. Eric Sutton disqualified. He punched Keandre Smith at the end of that play, so the Ticats are going to start from about their own 3. Instead, they start from their own 28, and Tim White gets his first touch as Matt Schultz comes into the game at quarterback. These two have a real chemistry, and this was more of a handoff to Tim White, and he scrambled up close to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, great. Sometimes if a guy like Tim White hasn't gotten a catch for whatever reasons in the game so far, just force it. Just force the issue and put the ball in his hands, and really impressive run, honestly. He was out to the right of the offense and skirted his way up the field for an impressive gain. Hamilton's average drive start tonight is their own 25-yard line compared to the 48 for Toronto.
Hamilton on their own 38-yard line. It's another handoff. Schultz gives it to Don Jackson, and he was waiting for a hole to open up. It never did, and he's going to lose close to 3 yards.
Yeah, not much going there on the right side for Don Jackson. Boy, you just count your blessings with that penalty and an ejection, which is pretty ugly. It was kind of an after the play and sort of a closed-fisted swing, but count your blessings as Hamilton for not having to start that drive at the 3-yard line like they were about to. And even with this, that like I said, that drive start is not in their favor tonight.
If you're just tuning in, Dane Evans started the game. The last 2 possessions, he threw an interception and a fumble, so Matt Schultz in for this drive. It's 2nd and 13, though. Tiger Cats on their own 35. The game is tied. It's a check down to Don Jackson. Breaks one tackle. Tries to find an opening. Breaks another. Can't break them all, though, and he got up close to the 40. That's not enough for a first down, and the Ticats will have to punt.
Again, that's drop 9 from the Argonaut defense, and I like the times that they've called that play. They're sort of getting it just right. It's a passing situation, and that screen, not set up very well when there's only 3 guys rushing. Even if you get that rush, there's still 9 guys back there to close the distance.
Argos had a blocked punt against the Tiger Cats already. They came close. This one is dropped by Speedy B, and Des Lawrence was on him immediately for the special teams tackle. So Brandon Banks bobbled that kick. He was able to get it back, though, but a good tackle by Des Lawrence to pin the Argos fairly deep inside their own 25-yard line.
Really great job by Des Lawrence, and Speedy B, the uncharacteristically dropping that punt, and we've seen a couple of those already in the first half.
Yes, all the sounds from the midway at the exhibition, rattling the players maybe.
You're right.
Busy place, BMO Field. Argos Ticats, low-scoring game, close game, 3-all, second quarter. McLeod Bethel Thompson throwing over the middle. He was trying to connect with Coxie again. Good coverage by Jamal Roll.
Great job, man coverage, really tight down there, and I love to see. I think this Ticat defense plays man very well. Sometimes, they're off in zone, especially in situations like we have here with a 2nd and 10. I'd love to see them tighten this down again and eliminate those 10-yard curls right at the sticks that we've seen in the first quarter. Jamal rolling really tight there.
McLeod Bethel Thompson 3 for 9 for 26 yards. He has thrown an interception. They're on their own 25. 2nd and 10. Bethel Thompson over the middle, and that's off the hands of the receiver, and it goes incomplete. That was Tavares Daniels who couldn't come up with it. So again, the defense getting the job done, forcing the Argos to punt.
Great job. Brought pressure, got the 2 and out, and as the offense sputters, this defense is playing well right now and not allowing McLeod Bethel Thompson to find any rhythm.
Just over 9 minutes to go in the opening half. Both teams have a field goal. There's been no scoring in the second quarter. Haggerty's kick. This one will bounce at the 50, and it's picked up by Cam Kelly. Tunde Adeleke was the one who was back to return, but Kelly grabs it. The flag flies. Has to be no yards, you'd have to think. We'll take a break. Ticats will have good field position when we come back. 3-3 between the Ticats and the Argos on the Ticats Audio Network. Great to have you with us. 3-3 Argonauts and Tiger Cats in what is still a battle for first place in the East Division. Both teams under 500. Argos at 4-5. Ticats at 3-7. Tiger Cats have alternated wins and losses in their last 7 games. Haven't won back-to-back this season. Haven't won on the road. Dane Evans started at quarterback. Matt Schultz is in now. And the Tiger Cats starting from the Toronto 43 after that no yards penalty. It's complete to Stephen Dunbar Jr. over the middle. He's inside the 20. It's a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Such a great route there. Great timing, great throw. Stephen Dunbar Jr. has to get to the depth of the under coverage, and then once he does that, he bends in, and it's really artistic. Like you gotta match the angle just right to the secondary and the timing in that space, and Matt Schultz perfectly puts his foot in the ground right on time.
Matt Schultz has a win this year as the Tiger Cats quarterback. It was against the Argos. Tim White cuts in front of him off to the left. Handoff goes to Sean Thomas Erlington. He runs right into the heart of the defense and gets across the 15-yard line. A hard run from STE.
Yeah, really hard run and just an impressive drive here. This drive started with Cam Kelly just being so smart. He's not the returner back there. He's blocking for the punt return, but the ball bounced right in front of his face, and he wisely just grabs it. And RJ, nothing can go wrong if you do that. You know that the halo's broken and it's no yards. Nothing can go wrong. The offense has the ball with free 15 yards. And so great job by that return unit to jumpstart this drive for Matt Schultz.
Ticats on the Toronto 13. It's 2nd and 3. Schultz hands it off to Don Jackson, and he sidesteps off to the right. He gets down to the 10, and he needed to get to the 10. That should be a first down. Waiting for the indication here. It is a first down. Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down.
This has been an area of struggle for the Ticats. In the score zone, it's first down on the 10-yard line. Can Tommy Condell and Matt Schultz and their crew make it happen right now and turn this into 7 points? it has been a struggle this season to do that.
Red zone. Time to cash in for the Ticats. 6.5 to go in the opening half. It's tied at 3. Schultz, play action, rolls to his right, under pressure, throws over the middle. It is caught by Lamar Durant. He was hit at the goal line. Second effort. It is a touchdown. Lamar Durant battles his way into the end zone, and the Tiger Cats take the lead.
It was a battle, and Durant now up and celebrating, maybe had the wind knocked out a little bit, but Matt Schultz buys time, play action to Sean Thomas Erlington, and as he drifts to the right, almost against his body, but a great throw and a hard throw to Durant, who second and third effort makes it into the end zone.
10-yard pass to Lamar Durant, his first touchdown as a Tiger Cat. That play was driven by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Seth Small steps up, and he is perfect with converts as a member of the Tiger Cats. Hits that one right down the middle. It is 10-3. Tiger Cats lead the Argos with 6:18 to go in the opening half. Matt Schultz steps in and orchestrates a pretty good drive. Schultz 4 for 4, 47 yards, and that touchdown pass to Lamar Durant. An impressive, efficient drive for Schultz and the Ticats.
Beautiful, and you got to hand it. This is complimentary football. The Ticats forced a 2 and out. The return team made a great play on that ball by Cam Kelly and gave Matt Schultz an arena field to work on. An unbelievable job. 4 for 4 on that drive. Just beautiful. Love to see that. And RJ, that turnover earlier in this game by Dane Evans fumbling that ball, it's sort of disappearing. You know, the costliness of that is disappearing because of the great play by the defense, special teams, and then Matt Schultz here. So, you know, they're stringing together successes, and that's what it's going to take.
Second quarters have been good for the Tiger Cats. It's their highest scoring quarter this season. However, the Argos did outscore Hamilton in the previous games that they played. This is the third meeting of the season. Curly Gittens Jr. back to return the kick. He gets across the 25 up near the Argos 30-yard line, and he's forced out of bounds right at that Hamilton sideline.
You know, it's something of note.
Offside, Hamilton 28. It's a 5-yard penalty. We'll redo the kickoff 5 yards back.
Interesting here. What I was going to say is you can really feel the energy on the Ticats sidelines, and on that tackle there, right on their bench, there's just Ticats flying around. I mean, guys, you know, zipping over the ball and the tackle. Really impressive energy. This is always an interesting situation in football, RJ, to redo a punt or a kickoff. These guys just ran 50-yard sprints down the field, full contact with a professional athlete. So to just back up and do it again, this is a classic time where a returner can bust a big return, where you can you get guys who are out of breath and who are struggling to stay in their responsibilities in this coverage, and we'll see. And of course, it's obviously beneficial for the Ticats for the Argos after that was, you know, not going to be great field position for them.
That is inside info. That is good
like
stuff,
that?
Luke. I do, because as fans, a lot of us take it for granted, but this makes a lot of sense. That's a long way to run. Here's the kickoff, 5 yards back. Curly Gittens Jr. takes it inside his own 10. So it's a good kick, runs along the numbers, stops, breaks a couple of tackles. Now he's reversing, heading off to his right, and it's a great tackle by David Ungerer, who's on special teams, not starting as receiver in this game, but used his speed to track down Gittens Jr. and prevent a big return.
Yeah, Gittens Jr. was about to find that edge to the right, but just great job. That's a guy, Ungerer, who at the beginning of this play is probably thinking he's not going to be involved, and then keeps his responsibility intact and ensures that Curly Gittens Jr. cannot get outside of him.
Good tackle by David Ungerer on special teams. Argos start from their own 25-yard line. Just over 5.5 minutes to go in the half. Ticats lead 10-7. On the far hash mark, Bethel Thompson under pressure. Micah Johnson hot on his heels. Ball is thrown and complete to Brandon Banks. And it's just for a short gain, basically a couple of yards, but it avoided a sack that seemed like it was going to happen if Bethel Thompson didn't get rid of that football.
The Ticats do this a number of times each game, and that is Cam Kelly, the Sam linebacker, switches roles with Tunde Adeleke. So Tunde, a little bit more of a coverage style defender, comes down low, and Cam Kelly plays that free safety position, and I think they've had great success doing that this year.
Argos on their own 28 at 2nd and 7. Here come the defense again. They got him. They get to McLeod, Bethel, Thompson, and it's Mason Bennett. He's been all over the place in this opening half. That's the quarterback sack for big number 90.
Great job, Mason Bennett. You're right. We've seen him all over the place. Tackles, in the backfield, batting down passes. Great job there, and another 2 and out by the Ticats defense. So impressive, and they are near the top in the league for forcing 2 and outs, and tonight they are adding to those numbers because it has been an unbelievable show so far.
Mason Bennett, 3 tackles and a sack already, and we're still in the second quarter. Haggerty back to punt at his own 10-yard line, and this is caught by Pappy White at his own 50. Gets to the outside, cross midfield, down near the Argos 50-yard line, but a flag flies at the end of that play. 4:15
Holding
to go.
Hamilton, number 27, during the return. It's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be first down.
Again, and as always, like I always bring up because it just hurts me so bad deep inside, is that it's 10 yards from the place where the returner fielded the ball. So the whole thing doesn't matter. The whole play was eliminated because of that penalty, and they had that ball. They were going to start that drive on the Argonaut side of the field, in the positive side of on the positive side of the center line. Now they're back into their own end. Really, really damaging, but still, based off of their average in this game, still good field position.
Yes. Starting on their own 44. There's 4 minutes to go in the half. Tiger Cats fresh off a touchdown. A drive. Matt Schultz led. It ended with Lamar Durant's first as a Ticat. Schultz throws to his left. It is complete. And it is first down. There's Keandre Smith. He's emerging as a very reliable target. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Absolutely, and Keandre Smith, that was a great 10-yard curl. Matt Schultz, perfect timing. I really like the Matt Schultz is releasing that ball as early as he can, and it's right on the money, and it just looks really clean and efficient out there. Keandre Smith, you're right. His name's we're starting to mention him a lot more as these weeks progress.
He's the only 2000-born member of the Tiger Cats. Just 22 years old. Schultz, that was fancy. He got the snap and almost like a volleyball set. He pushed it forward to Pappy White, who was cutting in front of him. And Pappy White is able to get another first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling, and they're just outside the Toronto 40-yard line.
I really love that. We had a similar play like that with Jeremiah Mazzoli, and the thing that is so good about it's so right, RJ, it's like a volleyball set, and the thing that's so good about it is because the ball gets out of the backfield so quickly, and you don't waste any time with catching it, securing it, handing it off. It is bang, bang, and all of a sudden it's center quarterback to receiver.
Tiger Cats overload the right side, 4 receivers, and that's where Matt Schultz runs. On the run, tries to throw, and he had Lamar Durant open, but the sideline got in the way. Schultz overthrew him a little bit, and it was not catchable for Durant.
Yeah, he missed that one a little bit. Would have been a great play.
Tiger Cats have 13 first downs. The Argos just 2 in this opening half. Tiger Cats lead 10-3. We're at the 3-minute warning with 2:45 to go. We'll be right back with the finish of this opening half when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network.
Want free Ticats tickets? Email us right now, gameday@ticats.ca, and let us know where you're listening from tonight. You could win a pair of tickets to the next Ticats home game. Email right now, gameday@ticats.ca.
Thank you so much. All our loyal listeners want to say hi to a few of you who have emailed in. Gary and Kay having a little vodka cranberry. Hitch would be proud. Low carb, that's smart. Flag flying, Ticat apron on, barbecue grilling, so a great evening and a Ticats lead. Gary Foster in Burford coming for Labor Day. That's going to be a big game, Gary. And Tom Watkin from Windsor wants to say, welcome back to the booth, Luke.
Nice. Tom, thank you very much. Great to be back where this is turning into a really good game. It kind of started off with all the signs of a bad game, but
yes, one that we've seen before.
We're getting there, though. This is exciting, and Ticats another chance to move the ball down the field now.
My pal Cam Hughes in attendance at BMO Field. You've maybe seen him with all the t-shirts and gets the crowd going, trying to fire up this Argos crowd. 2.5 to go, opening half. It's a handoff to Don Jansen, and he's waiting for that blocking to develop in front of him. He ran right behind it, and he's close to a first down. The Tiger Cats say it is. Officials haven't indicated it yet, but it's a good run.
It was a great run, and you're exactly right. He was 5 yards down the field and then really patiently waited for Brandon Revenberg to set a block and jump cut to the side and 5 more yards. Excellent job. So that's a mental game right there for a very talented Don Jackson.
Absolutely. They're going to measure this. 12 touches for Don Jackson, 8 rushes, 4 catches. So he has been used in all aspects. And hey, he knew how far he had to get.
Yep.
First down by the nose of the football. Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. And they are on the Argos 31-yard line with 2:27 to go and a 7-point lead. Looking for more points before the end of the half. Matt Schultz in at quarterback. He has gone 6 for 7, 72 yards, and he has thrown a touchdown to Lamar Durant. Schultz holds his right arm in the air, wants some motion. It's Tim White, Lamar Durant, who go over to the left, who overload that side. It's a handoff, and nothing there this time for the Tiger Cats. Pappy White was the Ticat who took that handoff, and the Argos almost like they knew it was coming. Yeah, it will be a loss of a little bit, a few inches.
Brandon Barlow, D-tackle for the Argos, was in there right off the bat and slipped through Brandon Revenberg, Travis Vorncall, and that is a great tackle right there, and to put a little bit of water on the heat that is the Ticat offense right now.
Tiger Cats now 2nd and 10 from the Argos 31. Matt Schultz in the shotgun, steps back, throws to his left. It's Don Jackson on the backfield, tries to break one tackle and dive forward. He will get across the 25-yard line, but he will not get the first down. And that will bring out the field goal unit with Seth Small.
Winton McManus in on the tackle there, and you could see Don Jackson, even as the ball was coming to him, he was kind of planning how he was going to break that tackle, and he very nearly did, which would have given him a chance to get the yards needed, but he was 3 shy of moving the chains there. And here's another chance at points.
Right from the 30-yard line, Seth Small has hit a field goal already in this game from 33 yards. Chance to add more points. Matt Schultz, the holder, gets the snap, gets it down, and Seth Small is making it no doubt about it. Again, right down the middle, hits from 30 yards out, adds to the lead, and Seth Small, perfect in field goals as a Tiger Cat inside 40 yards. It makes the score 13-3 with 1:17 to go in the half.
Yeah, great job by Seth Small. Great job by the Ticat offense, and you can really see all 3 phases working together right now. I mean, they really are there. After a really tough field position battle of the first quarter, they've sort of started to move that needle in the right direction, and Toronto now is going to take their shot from the 40-yard line.
McLeod Bethel-Thompson gets the snap, throws immediately to his right. It's complete for a first down up near midfield. Curly Gittins Jr. with the reception. Late in the half, Argos playing quick. 1:12 on the clock. Tiger Cats are up by 10. Argos trying to cut into that lead. From their own 54-yard line. Fresh set of downs. McLeod Bethel-Thompson again doesn't take a step, and it's Brandon Banks along the far sideline. Tunde Adeleke, last man back, is able to push Brandon Banks out of bounds. Otherwise, he would have taken that into the end zone. He's inside the Hamilton 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 18. A massive gain for Speedy B.
That's Jamal Roll in coverage there, and took a poor angle at what was a little Oscar route from Speedy B on the outside of the field. It sort of is an unusual space for an Oscar route. Like, you kind of run out of room quickly there, but Speedy B, unbelievable job bursting upfield.
By far his most productive play against the Tiger Cats. 30-yard gain. Bethel-Thompson looking for the end zone, and Davaris Daniels diving for it. Can't come up with it. Again, Jamal Roll in coverage. There is a flag on the play. It appears it's going to be pass interference.
Well, the Ticat defense definitely disagrees with this, so let's see Coach O.
Pass interference, Hamilton, number 25. The foul occurred in the goal area, therefore it's going to be first down on the 1-yard line.
So the Argos down by 10 with just over a minute to go, got this football, and now they're on the Hamilton won. We're seeing a replay. What are you seeing, Luke?
Crazy. Jamal Roll in great position and actually having his helmet pulled by DeVaris Daniels. It was not defensive pass interference. I know that.
And
I can't believe we're not going to get.
Oh boy, Chad Kelly was in for the short yardage, and I was thinking the same thing, Luke. The ball was about to be snapped, and Coach O, in dramatic fashion, gets that red challenge flag out just in time.
I mean, I will be so shocked if this penalty stands. It was really, they could call it offensive pass interference, to be honest. I mean, we'll see. You know, that would be an incredible change of events, but at the very least, I can't believe.
Hamilton is challenging the ruling on the last play. They believe there was no pass interference. The play will be reviewed.
Seeing that replay, Luke, I think it would be hard to call that pass interference.
It's crazy. I mean, DeVaris Daniels actually has his hands wrapped around like the back, the very, very back of Jamal Roll's helmet, like where the back of his neck goes into the helmet. And yeah, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'd be shocked, but makes a big difference here. You know, you've got a 10-point game as the half is is coming to a close. These are important decisions here that are going to make absolutely make a point difference on the board.
Well, exactly. If it stands, Argos are on the Hamilton 1, and chances are getting a touchdown. Coach O 4 for 8 in challenges this season. There's 54 seconds to go on the clock. Currently, Tiger Cats lead the football game 13-3, and 54 seconds on the clock means that's all that's left in the opening half. The challenge is on the pass interference that was called on Jamal Roll in the end zone on DeVaris Daniels.
We talked about red zone efficiency for the Ticats earlier, and coming into this game, they were 10 out of 26 opportunities turned into touchdowns.
Here's the call.
Upon further review, the ruling on the field is overturned. There is no pass interference on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line.
Jamal Roll holds his hand up in victory, saluting the Hamilton fans.
Yeah, 100%. But so that red zone efficiency, and Hamilton struggled with it, and Toronto has actually struggled even more. I mean, they've only scored 8 touchdowns out of their 25 opportunities in the red zone. And so this 54-second, opportunity here, huge for the momentum of this game and for Toronto to sort of, make right what's gone so wrong for them in the red zone this season.
Coach O has had a couple of big tosses with that challenge flag. This wasn't his best, but it was admirable. He got about 20-25 yards with that toss. Argo's still in good field position on the Hamilton 18. It's 2nd and 10. McLeod Bethel Thompson under pressure. He scrambles out of it, gets to the line of scrimmage, throws on the run. It is complete to DeVaris Daniels. Ball comes loose. Tunde Adeleke comes up with it, but I believe they're saying Daniels is down, and they're going to be right back at that Hamilton 1, almost as if the pass interference stood.
Right. And it looked so quickly that the ball popped out, though, but they must have seen that he caught it, made a football move, and yeah, fair. It was a catch, and the tackle on the ground popped it loose. So you're right, RJ. It all doesn't even matter. It's first down on the 2-yard line.
Just a few more seconds off the clock. 45 to go, but that's plenty of time. And Micah Johnson is limping. He's limping on the field. He's at about his own 23-yard line. He's not down. He's standing, but clearly uncomfortable.
Ted Laurent missing from the lineup for the Ticats, along with Simone Lawrence and Ciante Evans and a handful of guys that the injuries have been ongoing for the Ticats the whole season. And you got to say, though, I mean, some of the guys that have stepped in, Alden Darby, Kyle Wilson, a lot of these guys have really performed very well, especially defensively.
Coming in is the rookie Mohamed Diallo, number 94 for the Tiger Cats. And on a short yardage, sure would be nice for the Tiger Cats to have Micah Johnson out there. Tavares Daniels almost got it into the end zone. Argos are on the Hamilton 2. Lots of time to go in the half as they try to cut into this Tiger Cats 10-point lead. Ball on the near hash mark on the 2-yard line. McLeod Bethel Thompson in the shotgun. He's going to pass, has to roll to his right. Good coverage by the Tiger Cats, and Julian Hauser able to get to Bethel Thompson, who threw the ball away just as he was being brought down by Julian Hauser. And it is incomplete. No flag on the play.
McLeod Bethel Thompson almost let it go to his right, and a little Oscar route. Curly Gittens Jr. I actually thought it was there. I really thought it was actually Ambles, excuse me, and I thought an early pass might have had it, but he held on to it too long, and great job by the Ticats secondary.
Cam Kelly, the league's interception leader, was hovering right there. If he had been able to pick that ball off, that would have been taking it the other way. Play action to A.J. Ouellette. It's dumped off to Curly Gittens Jr., and he just walks into the end zone. Argos answer and close the gap on the Tiger Cats late in the opening half. We knew it would be a close game. It's currently 13-9 with the convert upcoming for the Argos.
Simple play action. Ouellette to the right there, and Curly Gittens Jr. is all alone. Tunde Adeleke is trying to track him through the mess of defenders and the goalpost, right over the ball, but too much traffic to get through. Great short yardage play.
Boris Beatty steps up, attempting the 32-yard convert. Missed one this year, and he still has only missed one. This one is good, and it's 13-10 with 23 seconds to go in the opening half. The lead was double digits for the Tiger Cats, but the Argos battle before the end of the half to get to within 3. But there is time on the clock, and we've seen teams take advantage of 23 seconds in the past. We'll see if the Tiger Cats can make a little magic happen late in the half.
Yeah, we'll see. And a lot of it, honestly, RJ, to me, comes down to this return. If something big can happen here, and then to maybe eliminate yardage that you need to get into field goal range, because you're reasonably going to have maybe 2, maybe 3 plays, but it's going to disappear quickly here. Really, it was an exciting second quarter that we've had with 23 seconds left, and both of these teams are making enough plays to keep themselves in the game here, and both teams, when they've struggled in the second halves, they've lost games, and they have, and we'll see who's gonna take over when we come back after this half.
Yeah, no doubt Ticats fans wanted to see a huge lead heading into the second half. Currently, it's a 3-point lead for the Tiger Cats. They are ahead. Here's the kickoff. Like you said, Luke, this will determine what the Tiger Cats can make happen. Tim White is back returning that kickoff, and he'll get to the Hamilton 39-yard line after a 14-yard return. There's 18 seconds on the clock. Matt Schultz in at quarterback. He has been effective. 7 for 8, 80 yards. He's thrown a touchdown.
So if you can somehow get 20 yards in these 18 seconds with time left to make the kick, that would be a 57-yarder, and that's maybe about the limit that you reasonably want to try. But yeah, we'll see. It's a battle of yardage and clock, obviously.
18 seconds. Matt Schultz going to work. 3 receivers to his right. Looks left, throws left, and it's complete. Stephen Dunbar Jr. trying to battle to get to the first down, and the Argos put up a wall. They won't let him get to the first down, but he got 7 or 8 yards.
11 seconds left. Really that 1 yard for the first down doesn't mean much. Obviously, you don't see the short yardage crew out here. They've got to get more than that one anyways.
Clock is running, 7 seconds. Matthew Schultz, empty backfield, looks downfield, throws up the middle. It's another completion, caught by Pappy White. It's enough for the first down as the Tiger Cats get an active Green and Ross first down, but there are zeros on the clock.
So I said they needed 20 to get to the 50, and they got 19 with a chance at the field goal. And we'll see. So this would be 51-yard line, a 59-yard field goal. And no, it does not look like they're going to.
No, Michael Domagala is coming on the field, but we know he can kick field goals. So this
there is
should
1
Schultz
second
out there.
left
This
on the
is-
game clock. 1 second left.
So interesting. Damagala does have a bigger leg. He handles the kickoff responsibilities. He has that distance. And they're going to go for an extreme field goal here. Matt Schultz is the holder.
And Michael Damagala is about 7 or 8 yards away from Matt Schultz. He's going to take a run at this thing.
Yeah.
This is
cool.
57 yards.
Yeah, 58, 57, 58, it looks like. And you can see Damagala, he's going to get a nice long. Okay, here we go. Seth Small's running on the field. Damagala off.
All right.
This is.
Yeah. So it looked like Michael Damagala was going to try to kick that. Now Seth Small.
Remember, it's Speedy B back there. It's dangerous to miss this.
Seth Small's longest is 51 yards. He did that last week. This is on target. Does it have the leg? That is good. That is good. What a kick by Seth Small. That is big from Small. 57, 58 yards. We'll wait to get the official. The official is 58-yard field goal for Seth Small, and he had a little extra leg, too.
Wonderful kick. That was just great, and it was 23 seconds on the clock. They had to get 19, 20 yards. They got just that much with 0-0 on the clock. I mean, just unbelievable job to squeeze out 3 more points. And RJ, last week, you could point your finger anywhere in that game and see where they missed 3 points, missed 1 point, let 1 point slip. All of these are going to matter, and that was just an unbelievable job there. Enoch Mwamba really making a strong point to the refereeing crew about something on that last play.
Well, maybe the clock.
Coach O standing there as well.
Argos might be arguing there shouldn't have been time for one more play, but there was. And Seth Small, 22 years old. He'll turn 23 later this year, but he is young and he is good. 58-yard field goal. He goes 3 for 3 in the opening half. The Tiger Cats lead the Argonauts 16-10. Lots happening at BMO Field. It's been exciting. Tiger Cats at the half with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz is next on the Ticats Audio Network.
The Ticats Audio Network.
Second half about to begin at BMO Field. Tiger Cats lead the Argos 16-10. Tiger Cats kicking off. And it's Curly Gittins Jr. trying to get up across the 20. So Tiger Cats kicked off at the start of the game and the second half.
Yeah, so what happens is they deferred their decision to the second half, and so we didn't tune in we weren't able to see this part, but they obviously elected to be able to have the wind in the fourth quarter, so the Argonauts smartly chose to receive the ball. Great coverage to start there. I mean, really great kickoff, great coverage, and the Argos have a long field to drive.
Tiger Cats will be going from right to left. It's the Argos with the football, and they're going to start from their own 20-yard line. Seth Small, big story last play of the opening half. It's a 58-yard field goal, longest in the CFL this season. Handoff up the middle, that's A.J. Olette, and that's the biggest run of the game for the Argos. It's 10 or 11 yards, but good enough for a first down up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, great way to start the half off for the Argonaut offense, who struggled with some 2-and-outs early in this game.
Micah Johnson back in the game. He limped off the field in the opening half. Another completion, this off to the left, caught by Davaris Daniels, and he was tackled immediately by Kyle Wilson.
Interesting, they're kind of coming out here in not a hurry-up offense, but a no-huddle offense. You know, they're just kind of keeping a good rhythm and trying to get a lot of plays into this half.
2nd and 5, here they go again. McLeod, Bethel, Thompson throwing deep along the near sideline. It is caught by Markeith Ambles, and the Argos playing quick, as you mentioned, Luke. It's working. They're in Ticats territory down to the 45 of Hamilton.
Cam Kelly from Sam linebacker is on that number 3 receiver, that most inside receiver to the right there, and just gets, out leveraged, and really, it's a mismatch of speed as well. Great reception by Ambles.
Argos keep playing quick. 1st and 10 from the Hamilton 45. Bethel Thompson throwing again. He'll check it down to A.J. Ouellette. He was the leading receiver for the Argos last week against Calgary. He'll be down very close to another first down, but there is a flag.
Yeah, marching it back, probably going to be holding in the offensive backfield here.
Ben Major, the referee. He's going to head over to Coach O just to hear what.
Major foul, face mask, Toronto number 67. It's a 15-yard penalty. We'll replay first down.
Big break there for Hamilton after the 10-yard gain by Ouellette. And Toronto's come out of this half firing on all cylinders. This 15-yard penalty is damaging.
Yes.
And they're going to take, Toronto's obviously, you know, they're got a little bit of a giddy up in their step here to try to take advantage of the wind at their back in this third quarter.
So Coach O elected to push the Argos back, make it 1st and 25. Now Toronto, they were close to the Hamilton 40. They're back on their own 50 now. McLeod Bethel Thompson stays in the pocket, throws and completes the pass. Demonte Coxey gets down to the Hamilton 50. He's wrestled down by Cariel Brooks and Mason Bennett in there again for the Ticats.
Yeah, I mean, first down and 25, but still a really productive play there. I mean, they got almost half of what they needed, and the Argos are, 10 yards a pop right now in this third quarter.
2nd and 14 from the Hamilton 49. McLeod Bethel Thompson 2 steps back, he throws, and Mason Bennett. He has been a star for the Ticats tonight. He reaches out, and I think he got a fingertip on that to knock it down.
Yeah, either he got it or he, Curly Gittens Jr. expected him to get it, and it looks just like that. I've said this before, RJ, when you think it's going to get knocked, it's just as hard as if it does get knocked away, and Curly Gittens Jr. had a chance for first down there, but slips through his hands.
So this wind is a factor at BMO Field. We saw Seth Small hit from 58 yards to end the opening half to extend the Tiger Cats lead to 16-10. Now Boris Beatty, he'll be on his side of center. Looks like a 56-yard attempt for Beatty. The kick, it is good. And lots of leg left from 56 yards. So we've seen a 58-yarder. 56-yarder. Field goal kickers racking up the statistics thanks to the wind. It's a 3-point game. Tiger Cats up 16-13. We'll take a break and be right back in the third quarter at BMO Field. This is the Ticats Audio Network.
This is Courtney Stephen.
And this is Mike Daly. Now back to Luke and RJ.
On the Ticats Audio Network.
Ticats Game Day on the Ticats Audio Network. Mike and Courtney, they do a great job. Just before the game, you wake up in the morning and they'll have all the analysis you need, and then the game comes a few hours later, and Bubba and Andy with the pregame, you and I with the call.
That's awesome. I tune into Courtney and Mike on my drive to the game every time.
As do I. They're great. Make sure we haven't missed anything. Scattered play here for the Tiger Cats, or at least a formation. Lots of movement that turns into nothing. It's Matt Schultz in at quarterback. Handoff goes to Tim White, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. Chris Edwards, who took a unnecessary roughness penalty at the end of the half, doesn't seem to like the Ticats too much. He made the tackle.
That was incredible timing by Chris Edwards. He came off the ball. It's almost like he took a chance there and bet that the snap count was what he thought it was, right where he wanted it to be, because he was so fast. Here's a drop 9 coming up from the Toronto defense again.
Matthew Schultz, the quarterback. He came in early in the second quarter. Schultz throws to his left. It's a wobbly pass, but it's on target. Connects with Tim White, his favorite target, and he's into Argos territory, close to the Toronto 45-yard line. Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Awesome job by Matt Schultz. He recognized that he was going to have some time. He had the protection how he wanted it, and Tim White just runs that corner route, but it's more than that. He has to angle that just right into that space and give Matt Schultz a good area to throw to really well. Just a great connection. Well done on both sides of it.
24-yard gain. Tiger Cats find themselves in Argo territory on the Toronto 46. Fresh set of downs for Matt Schultz. on the near hash mark. Schultz gets the ball in his hands, throws immediately to Don Jackson, who runs close to the Argos 30. That is enough for another first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
It just set up so well. Don Jackson out to the left on a bubble, and Stephen Dunbar Jr., who ran off the corner, and that whole low side of that field to the flat was wide open space for Don Jackson. Just beautiful play call, right execution, and sometimes you just get that exact right defense for the play that you dial up.
A couple of turnovers, an interception, and a fumble by Dane Evans. Schultz has come in early in the second quarter. Has gone 11 for 12, 136 yards passing, and a touchdown. In the shotgun again. This time it is a handoff to Don Jackson. A stutter step, then a burst ahead, but he is stopped by the Argos, and he's a little bit slow to get up, but looks like he'll be fine. Maybe got a yard.
That was a hard hit. Winton McManus in on the tackle there, and he's one of the leading tacklers out there on the field, and that was right in Don Jackson's tracks, just barely past the line of scrimmage.
Winton McManus comes into this week as the leading tackler in the CFL. Seems to be all over the place for the Argos. It is 2nd and 8. They'll give Don Jackson 2 yards on that run. Hamilton on the Argos 31-yard line, well within Seth Small's field goal range. There's a flag. Schultz throws over the middle. It's incomplete. But we'll see what that flag is.
This has got to be on the Argonauts.
Offside, Toronto number 40. It's a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay 2nd down.
You're right.
Good job for Matt Schultz to recognize that, get the ball, and take a shot down the field. You never want to waste that opportunity to take a free, shot and move the ball downfield when it's a very low risk situation, knowing that Argonaut jumped off sides.
Don Jackson seems to be favoring his right arm. He's over on the Tiger Cats sideline. Ticats don't need any more injuries. Sean Thomas Erlington in at running back. Happy White crosses in front of Matt Schultz. On the Toronto 26, it's 2nd and 3 for the Tiger Cats. Schultz going for the end zone. Has Tim White, and he couldn't come up with the catch. He was behind the Argos coverage, but couldn't haul it in.
Wow. Matt Schultz, it was pretty much dropped, meaning dropped coverage. Tim White was all alone on the corner route. You could argue that Matt Schultz put that a little bit on the wrong side of his shoulders, but Tim White would catch that. Not even 9 out of 10. Tim White would catch that every time. It was right there for him, and it went through his hands and bounced off of his knees before hitting the ground. Just huge missed opportunity there.
Tim White frustrated.
Argonaut down on the field there, and that's unfortunate to see. And then you got they coming off that penalty from the Argonauts, and the Argonauts have taken 6 penalties for 85 yards compared to 3 for 20 yards for Hamilton. Hamilton's done a good job of limiting those costly penalties, but boy, that is a missed opportunity after that Argonaut penalty for a touchdown.
So it is 3rd and 3. Seth Small is on the field. Matt Schultz is stationed at the 33-yard line. This is into the wind for Seth Small. He hit 58-yarder with the wind. Into the wind, that doesn't bother Seth Small at all. He is good again. Another field goal for Small, and that increases the Tiger Cats lead to 19-13 with 8:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. So Tiger Cats lead at BMO Field. We'll be back on the Ticats Audio Network.
Want free Ticats tickets? Email us right now, gameday@ticats.ca, and let us know where you're listening from tonight. You could win a pair of tickets to the next Ticats home game. Email right now, gameday@ticats.ca.
Thank you, all our listeners on the Ticats Audio Network. Quite a few of you emailed in. Want to say hi to Katie Campanella, Ferris Provincial Park, using all of their data with her dad, Jeff, listening to the game. I think that is a wise use of your data. David Williamson in Edmonton, Alberta, and Mark Tice behind the Argo bench, thanking us for keeping them updated on everything that's happening in the game. Great to have you listening at the game, Mark, David, Katie. Thank you all for listening on the Ticats Audio Network. And so far, if you're a Ticats fan, you're happy with the result. It's 19-13, lots of time to go. 8.5 minutes, clock is running. Argos will begin this drive from their own 40. McLeod Bethel Thompson rolls right. He's got Curly Gittins Jr. open, and he's very close to the 45-yard line. Looks like they'll spot him at the 44 and about halfway to the first down. Third quarter at BMO Field. A warm night. The humidity feels close to 28, but it is windy. We've seen a 56-yard field goal, a 58-yard field goal. This pass off to the right again. Marquis Dambles can't come up with it. It's Tunde Adeleke with great coverage for the Ticats.
Really great. Right on time with the pass breakup and over the top. It's a very difficult body position to not draw the pass interference flag, and Tunde, just immaculate timing.
Defense playing well for the Tiger Cats. This will be another Toronto punt. Haggerty sends a high kick with the wind. It bounces and picked up at his own 10 by Pappy White. He'll get across the 20, but stopped there by the Argos special teams. Tiger Cats offense coming back on the field, led by Matt Schultz. It's a 19-13 lead for the Tiger Cats. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network.
This is the caretaker, Bob Young of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Now back to Luke and RJ on the Ticats Audio Network.
Caretaker is at BMO Field watching his Tiger Cats, as are a lot of Tiger Cats fans who made the trip, maybe taking in the exhibition as well. But lots of black and gold at BMO Field. It's a 6-point lead for the Tiger Cats with just under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Matt Schultz, the quarterback for the Ticats. Actually, both quarterbacks, Dane and Matt combined, 19 for 24, 222 yards. They've been efficient. Stephen Dunbar Jr. makes the catch at the 20, which might be a loss. There is a flag on the play.
I think it's got to be holding on the outside here by Hamilton receiving core. That unfortunately was not a great. The Argos had the perfect defense teed up for that wide receiver screen, and that is man coverage. It's all
illegal
tight.
Block. Hamilton, number 4. It's a 10-yard penalty. We'll replay first down.
It's so tough. It's hard out on the outside there. You know, as a wide receiver, that ball comes out your way behind you, and so the guy you're blocking can see it. You can't, and you got to hold your block for so long, and everything's pressed up in man coverage. Yeah, Pappy White kind of pushing that Argonaut from behind, and not what you wanted to see for the start of this drive.
No, it's a penalty, and actually helped make the tackle, push the Argo right into Stephen Dunbar. First and 20 for the Tiger Cats. So now they're pushed back to their own 12-yard line into the wind. 3 receivers to the right of Matt Schultz. He's under pressure, and he thought about throwing that ball away. He did not. He hung on to it, but Shane Ray gets the quarterback sack, and this is starting with all kinds of problems for the Tiger Cats on this drive.
Yeah. 2 negative plays to start it off. They're just not, and Matt Schultz, you're right, he was almost about to think, can I get rid of this and throw it away and avoid the loss, and smartly tucks it away because that there was too many people around to risk that, especially on your own 7-yard line.
Second sack tonight for Shane Ray, number 5 for the Argos. Tiger Cats, white tops, black pants. Second and 22 now from their own 10. Matt Schultz throws to his left. Tim White makes the catch. He'll get close to the 20-yard line. That isn't even back to the line of scrimmage, so it's a punting situation for Hamilton into the wind.
Those are valuable yards there, and for Tim White giving a room for the punt, and Matt Schultz kind of walking off the field there, holding his throwing hand, his wrist, the back of his hand maybe, and looks like he might have got hit on that sack. And we'll see what happens on the next offensive drive for Hamilton.
So we saw Don Jackson leave the field with what looked like an arm injury. Now Matt Schultz seems to be uncomfortable. Michael Domagala standing on his own 4-yard line. Hunting into the wind. Tiger Cats lead by 6. This kick will be short of midfield. Caught by Curly Gittins Jr., who gets across the 50. He'll be just a little bit short of the 54-yard line, or the 45-yard line, rather.
Great job by Katz and Tonis on the coverage there to stay out of the halo there and avoid the 15-yard penalty. And now the Argonauts have excellent field position to start here. The Ticat defense has forced 5 2-and-outs tonight from the Toronto offense. Really been able to avoid McLeod Bethel-Thompson establishing momentum and rhythm, and now he's got a really short field to try to do just that.
Starting from the Hamilton 47, that punt was 35 yards. The return was 6. Here's Speedy B. He gets to the outside, right along the near sideline, and he'll go out of bounds right in front of that Tiger Cats sideline inside the Tiger Cats 35-yard line. Dane Evans is warming up on the sideline as Matt Schultz gets attention. With 5:41 to go in the third quarter, though, it's the Argos on the move. Pretty good field position. Fresh set of downs. They're on the Hamilton 33-yard line, trailing by 6. Speedy B. He's had a couple of big gains in this game. A.J. Alette, he broke through the defensive line for Hamilton. It looked like he was all tied up and taking a big hit and stayed on his feet and forced another 3 or 4 yards.
Flag came down late there. They're marching it towards the Hamilton end zone.
Third quarter, 5:20 to go, 6-point lead for the Tiger Cats, and the Argos are in a pretty good spot to cut into that lead.
You know, there's
major foul, horse collar tackle. Hamilton, number 96, will go up half the distance from the end of the play. The first down.
That is a difficult penalty for Hamilton to take.
You know, it's so funny the way that football games ebb and flow, and ever from that drop pass in the end zone by Tim White, things started tailing off here, and then you get a negative defensive drive, negative offensive drive, and now it's Argonauts pressing on the end zone here.
On the Hamilton 13, Bethel-Thompson going for the end zone. It is caught. It's a touchdown. Tavares Daniels, and what was a 6-point lead for the Ticats is no longer. It is tied, and the Argos have a convert coming up, attempting to take the lead.
Great throw by McLeod Bethel-Thompson. Perfect timing, right in that pocket between the high safety and the under coverage.
Tavares Daniels gets the touchdown. There's 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Boris Beatty will attempt the convert, 32 yards out. If he's successful, the Argos have the lead late in the third. Beatty's kick is up, and it is good. And the Argos have a lead. It is a small lead, 20-19. Argos are on top now with 4:45 to go in the third quarter. It's a close game at BMO Field. Stick around. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network.
This week on the Ticats Audio Network.
He loves it. It means so much to him. He is so passionate about it.
Yeah, their locker room, Mike and Rob, their locker room is as close to what we used to have as anything that I've seen.
That's former Ticat Jeff Cummins on Winnipeg coach Mike O'Shea as he visited with Moriarty and Hitch this week on their podcast. Moriarty and Hitch have Bob Young coming up this week. You don't want to miss it on the Ticats Audio Network. And how about this? We've got some breaking news. Moriarty and Hitch are going to be the alumni of distinction for the Labor Day game.
I love it. It's excellent. What a tag team, man. It's catch their podcast. It's entertaining as you could imagine, and just two great guys for the franchise and for the CFL. And yeah, fun to listen to. And Labor Day, it'll be great to see those guys in the field with the hammer, and I'm sure an excited Oski Wee Wee.
We'll see if Hitch is sticking with the low-carb drinks. McLeod Bethel-Thompson started the game 3 for 10. Ever since, he's gone 10 for 14. So he used that first little bit as a warm-up. Argos have not been effective in the first quarter, but they seem to come on as the game goes on. They lead now. It's 20-19. Tim White returning this kick and looking good as he gets across the 30. He's spun around. He's across the 35, just short of the Hamilton 40-yard line. And Matt Schultz, who laughed the last drive pointing at his throwing hand, is on the sideline. Dane Evans is back in the game.
Yeah, we'll see. Wow, it's just an unbelievable back and forth with these guys for the past month. Really more than a month of football, and now Dane gets a chance to take over here. And great job by Tim White on that return, getting a little breathing room.
We talked about it in the pregame, Luke, that Dane Evans, when he's on the sideline and comes in, sometimes he just is really effective. He was 7 for 10, 86 yards, throws off to the right, and his first pass is a completion to Pappy White, who appeared to be Dane Evans' favorite target before he left in the second quarter. Pappy White will be short of the first down. Looks like he got about 7 yards, so 2nd and 3 here for the Tiger Cats from their own 43. They're set up with a far hash mark. Stephen Dunbar wide on the high side of the field. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. That's to the left of Dane Evans. Couple of steps back under pressure, has to run. He's running right, and the pressure's coming. Dane Evans gets rid of that football. He's trying to throw it away, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted. He didn't throw it far enough. Right at the sideline, it's picked off by Jamal Peters again. His 2nd interception of the game, and he waited right at that sideline and somehow kept a foot in bounds.
Again, you know, Dane was getting hit as he tried to throw that away. He couldn't get all his arm on it, you know, and his arm got kind of stuffed short from getting it out of bounds. But it's a huge impact. I mean, it's equal to if you would have punted and then Toronto gets an explosive return. I mean, it's just an enormous play. And now again, the Argonauts start on the Hamilton side of the center line.
On the Hamilton 48. Lots of players in the waggle, about 4 of them, and Bethel Thompson gets the snap in his hands and throws it just as quick. It's a complete pass to Curly Gittens Jr. Looks like a gain of maybe 5 or 6. Turnovers for the Tiger Cats. That's the 2nd interception Dane Evans has thrown. He's also fumbled the football. 2nd and 4 here for Toronto from the Hamilton 42. 3 receivers in motion to the right of Bethel Thompson, and he stands right in the pocket, waits for Brandon Banks to get open, completes the pass, and Banks, running from right to left, gets inside the Hamilton 20 before Adeleke tackles him. But it is now a red zone opportunity for the Argos.
Great route by Speedy B. He gets all the way up to his depth and a nice shake at the top. And this is by far the most he's been involved in a Hamilton-Toronto matchup this year.
Pass to Markeith Ambles. He'll get just across the line of scrimmage. This is the 3rd time the Argos have started a drive in Hamilton territory tonight.
The Argos started off at the first turnover of the game, getting 3 points. From there, they're in scoring territory for sure right now off of that turnover, and unfortunately that storyline remains unchanged right now for the Ticats.
Minute 47 to go in the 3rd quarter. The clock is running at 2nd and 7 for Toronto. They're on the Hamilton 13. Bethel Thompson calmly stays in the pocket, completes the pass to Markeith Ambles. He's in the end zone for another Toronto touchdown.
It's cover 0, and that's Ambles on Cam Kelly. You know, came down, had too much space over the middle there, and McLeod Thompson with enough time to release that football. Boy, the Argos have ripped the momentum back towards their favor at the end of this 3rd quarter. Excuse me, Tunde Adeleke did have a high safety in the middle there, and just too much space underneath.
Bethel Thompson with that touchdown to Markeith Ambles, just past Doug Flutie for 4th all-time on Argos' all-time passing list. Boris Beatty, another convert. And what not too long ago was a Hamilton 6-point lead is now a Toronto 8-point lead. It's 27-19 Argos lead with 1:19 to go in the third quarter, and another turnover that turns into points for the opposition. It's been a recurring story, and the Tiger Cats have struggled in the fourth quarter, but they need a big one tonight if they hope to stay in contention for top spot in the East Division.
Yeah, I go back to that dropped interception by Tim White, and just at the moment in the game where it was almost looking like the score maybe starting to pull away in Hamilton's favor. And after that, McLeod Bethel Thompson really has been on a hot streak in this third quarter. And then, of course, Matt Schultz in this added adversity. Boy, things are piling up against the Ticats as they enter the end of the third quarter.
Bethel Thompson has completed his last 5 passes for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is red hot in this third quarter. This kickoff goes into the end zone.
That's actually great. And travels out, so no single will be awarded, and the Ticats will be able to come out and get a drive going here.
Dane Evans, 8 for 12. First game back after missing 2 as a starter. He did dress last week as the third-string quarterback. Again, he's gone 8 for 12 in the game, 92 yards, 2 interceptions, and he has fumbled. But the Tiger Cats need Dane Evans to step up now. Beginning this drive late in the third quarter from their own 25-yard line. It's a run to Don Jackson, who's back in the game, but he maybe got a yard on that run. Matt Schultz is on the sideline. His throwing hand, his right hand, is wrapped in towels right now.
I'm guessing there's an ice pack in there. He still has his helmet on. That's probably, I mean, if he's icing his hand, he's done. And if that, but I imagine he's wearing his helmet just to hear the play calling in their communication system there. So, yeah, it's Dane's game to take over here, and it's Dane's fourth quarter to make a difference. And now they're dealing with a 2nd and 8 after a short run.
From their own 27-yard line into the wind. Late third quarter, Dane Evans scrambling, throws and completes the pass to Keandre Smith, who dives ahead. He needed to get to the 35, and he's very close. They're saying he's just a little bit short.
I think you got to put this on your offense to go get this first down. It's inside of a yard.
Yeah.
And dangerous territory, you know, to turn this over on downs, but you got to put this on your offensive linemen and go get this and keep this drive alive.
So coming in is Jalen Morton. Matt Schultz is icing his right hand. Dane Evans coming off an injury. Jalen Morton, the third stringer, trying for a short yardage, puts his head down and follows Coulter Woodmansey. Gets across the 35-yard line, and it is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
You see Julian Hauser running off the field there. He's a guy that they obviously has DN position, but he's used in the offensive short yardage. I love to see it, effort all around the field.
Hauser chipping in. The Ticats get the first down. We are through 3 quarters, and the Argos lead the Tiger Cats 27-19. The fourth quarter is next on the Ticats Audio Network.
This is Jovan Santos Knox, number 45 for your Hamilton Ticats. And now we're back to the Ticats Audio Network.
Great to have you with us. Ticats at BMO Field trailing the Argos after 3 quarters, 27-19. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. And the third quarter, Argos outscored the Tiger Cats 17-3. Fourth quarter, to decide this football game, it's still a one-score game. Ticats trailing the Argos by 8 points, and Dane Evans has to shake off the 2 interceptions, the fumble, and lead this team in this fourth quarter. If he can do that, everything that's happened previously is wiped off the board if he can lead the Tiger Cats to a victory in the fourth.
Yep, it'll have to be one of their best fourth quarters. The Dane, you know, I think part of it is when Dane's been getting pressure, you know, he starts trying to keep a play alive a little bit longer than is appropriate. I mean, sometimes it's out of your control, and it's just about doing the best with what you've got.
4 receivers to the right of Dane Evans. He pump fake, and then did throw over to Tim White, who will get across the 35-yard line, just short of the 40, and it'll be second down. Toronto has scored 10 points off Ticats turnovers tonight. Hamilton, no points off of turnovers, but those 10 points Toronto has turned into over 100 points, 104 points to be exact, that teams have scored off Hamilton turnovers this season. Early fourth quarter, 27-19, Argos lead. Dane Evans flushed out of the pocket again. They're chasing him. Completes it to Keandre Smith, who reaches for the first down, and it looks like he's got it. Yes, the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Great play by Keandre Smith to secure the catch and then also avoid the tackle short of that marker. That was all empty set, 6 wide outs, and Dane Evans, scans the whole field there. I like it. You got to keep on giving him the ability to make a play downfield. The Ticats have to do that. You're not going to be able to run yourself to a win in this game.
Keandre Smith, 3 receptions in the game. Dane Evans, play action to Pappy White. Throws over the middle. It's complete to Tim White. Now he's trying to get the yards after the catch. Came into this week as second in that category in the CFL. He is brought down by the Argos, but he's in Argos territory with another first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Another empty set here, 3-by-3.
Dane Evans looking to pass. He looked left, throws right. It's picked off. Third interception of the game, and this is going to be an Argos touchdown. It is Jamal Peters again. His third interception of the game. It's a touchdown for the Argos on the pick 6, and it is now 33-19 for the Argos as they take advantage of another Ticats turnover.
There was not much of an option there for Dane. Yes, bad throw, too late, but it was all hitches across the board. And if that defense takes that, if that undercoverage swallows all that up, there's nowhere to go. But you can't second guess that hitch there. You can't look at it, look away, and come back. And that has to be a catch the snap and throw to your guy right away. Love to see more options for Dane, and that's just a decision that can't be made at this point in the game.
A 67-yard interception for a touchdown for Jamal Peters, and Morris Beatty adds to the Argos lead. It's now 34-19. Early in the fourth quarter, Tiger Cats have turnovers hurting them again. Argos lead 34-19. We'll be back with more from the fourth quarter from BMO Field on the Ticats Audio Network.
This is Rob Hitchcock.
And I'm Mike Morielli. Now back to Luke and RJ
on the Ticats Audio Network.
Thank you, Morielli and Hitch. Appreciate it. 12:35 to go in the game. And the Argos, they're on a roll. They've scored 21 straight points. They've extended their lead to 34-19 over the Tiger Cats. And Dane Evans searching for answers. Here's Tim White on a return. Looks pretty good. He gets up to that far sideline, and the Argos were able to get an angle on him, force him out of bounds, but he's across the 40, close to the 45. It's a good return by Tim White. Matt Schultz has an injured hand. Dane Evans has thrown 3 interceptions and has a fumble. And now Jalen Morton is coming in as the quarterback for the Tiger Cats.
We'll see. Really hasn't done much more than short yardage attempts through the year, and boy, a good opportunity for a young guy to come in at a time where the offense has to have some production. I mean, it's just the third quarter and now into the beginning of the fourth has just really gotten away from Hamilton. They've got to get some things corrected. You don't know what's going on with Matt Schultz's hand, but they've got to use this quarter to correct a few things. And even if you don't climb back into it, you know, you're going to see this team in a week from now for the Labor Day Classic. And so you've got to get some things figured out here.
You're right, Luke. Jalen Morton has A big task ahead here as the Tiger Cats have dug themselves a hole. It was a 16-10 lead for Hamilton at the half. And this second half has fallen apart. Tiger Cats have managed to score 3 points. And the Argos have scored 24. So 24-3. The Tiger Cats have been outscored in the second half.
Jamal Peters, boundary corner, all 3 interceptions for the Argonauts.
Jalen Morton, he's got a great arm. We'll see how much they have him pass. It's play action quarterback keeper. He was stumbling as he's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He managed to keep his balance, but Winton McManus was right there for the Argos, and when he sees an opportunity for a tackle, he just doesn't miss.
Jalen Morton does have a really, really big arm. I mean, we called preseason games where he was a big part of it, and
Morton's going to the sideline now, Luke. Dane Evans back in the game for a 2nd and 11. So the Morton play didn't work out too well. Winds up being a loss of 1. Tiger Cats on their own 41. Dane Evans, 4 receivers to his right. That's the wide side of the field. Throws that direction. Stephen Dunbar's wide open. Lunges, trying to get to the 50. He needed to get to the 52-yard line, so it's not going to be enough for a first down.
They're holding the punt team on the sidelines right now. It's longer than 2 yards here that they need. This would be an interesting go. To be honest, I would kick this away. No, here comes Keandre Smith onto the field for their 5 receiver set, and they are going to go for this on their own 49.
So 3rd and 2, we'll say. That's a tough one for the Tiger Cats. They're gambling. They're going for it. They are down by 15 points. It's a handoff. It's to Pappy White, and he didn't get it. He didn't get the first down on the handoff with 2 yards to go. And the Tiger Cats are turning the ball over on downs, and it looks like the Argos will be able to begin this drive from the 51-yard line. So it's another turnover for the Tiger Cats, this time on downs, and the Argos will start in Hamilton territory, already up 34-19. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network.
This week on the Ticats Audio Network.
I still think they've got a chance at figuring it out. I don't know if you'd like, every week I seem to pick Hamilton over at CFL.ca because I look at that personnel and I like the group they have together so much. It just hasn't come together. The good news, to your point, is the door is still wide open. There is no reason to be waving any white flags right now.
That's the Fan 960's Pat Steinberg, and he thinks the Ticats are very much in the playoff discussion. Who's heard on the CFL this week with host Bubba O'Neill. Every Monday, a new roundtable joins Bubba on the Ticats Audio Network. And certainly coming into this game, most people thought the Tiger Cats were better than their record showed and were still in the mix for top spot. It's the Argos who have had a big second half here and have extended their lead to 15 points. And now with 10:28 to go, the Argos are in control of the football game. Tiger Cats just turned the ball over on downs. The turnovers in this game, Hamilton has 5, Toronto has just 1. It's a handoff to A.J. Ouellette, and run defense, good again. Jovan Santos Knox, the first to slow A.J. Ouellette down. Tiger Cats certainly aren't out of the playoff talk in the East Division. This was a game that would have been nice for them to win. It puts a lot more pressure on them for Labor Day. And nothing says this game's over because it is the CFL and there's almost 10 minutes to go. So a lot can happen. 4th time this season, the Tiger Cats have had 5 turnovers in a game. McLeod Bethel Thompson, 2nd and 9 from the Hamilton 51. He's under pressure. He throws deep, looking for the big gain. It's caught by DeMonte Coxie, and it is a big gain. Argos threatening again. That's inside the 20. They're going to spot it at the Hamilton 16-yard line.
Really amazing throw by McLeod Bethel Thompson. Coxie tracks it over top, kind of outside of his line, and just a great throw and reception, a little bit of a double move, a stutter and go, but man, just like explosive plays, and that it's easier to do that. Like success and confidence builds, and they've got it all going for themselves right now.
Argos, they do. McLeod Bethel Thompson, end zone pass. Tavares Daniels can't track it down, and Bethel Thompson jumping and clapping his hands, knowing he just missed Daniels, who was open.
I think the field goal got in his mind there. You know, he had to throw it through the uprights kind of, and just kind of missed over the top for Daniels, but impressive second half for McLeod Bethel Thompson. I mean, he's just really, he's throwing strikes down the field, and it's really been a lot of explosive plays.
2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 16. Tiger Cats could use a big defensive play, trying to keep the Argos from scoring again, but it is a complete pass to Tavares Daniels. Double coverage, comes up with the ball, and he's inside the Hamilton 5. It'll be another first down, 1st and goal, Argos from the 3-yard line.
McLeod Bethel Thompson is 7 for his last 8 passes for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a nice string of offensive production right here, or right there, and now he's poised on the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and as the ball is snapped, the flags fly. So that'll push the Argos back 5 yards on the procedure penalty. Take a little more time off the clock, and that is another enemy the Ticats are battling. They're down by 15. Looks like the Argos will get more points, add to that lead. The longer they keep the football, the more time comes off the clock.
Yep, you're right, and this 4th quarter has already started to slip away on the Ticats. They're almost to the halfway point, and you know, the Argonauts are just, you know, maintaining possession of the football. They're driving down the field and eating that clock up, and when the Ticats have got the ball in the second half, it's kind of just been mistake ridden and pretty sloppy. And
McLeod Bethel Thompson, first time with 3 touchdown passes this season, looking for a 4th, looking for the corner of the end zone. Going up was Curly Gittens Jr. Richard Leonard, good coverage, it's incomplete. Gittens lost his helmet on the play. So it'll bring up a 2nd and goal now for the Argos.
This is a good throw there by McLeod Bethel Thompson. He gave Curly Gittens Jr. a chance at it in the back corner. Richard Leonard was really tight there, and you know, everybody's hands in the mix. Just really good coverage, but a great chance at it.
Under 8 minutes to go in the game now. 15-point lead for the Argos. 2nd and goal, McLeod Bethel Thompson. Where's number 4, looking for his 4th touchdown pass of the game. Couple of steps back, looking up the middle, under pressure. He's brought down by Mason Bennett. Another sack by Bennett, who's had a strong game for the Tiger Cats. Very strong game. And that will prevent a touchdown. And Boris Beatty will come on the field for the Argos to try to add 3 more points.
Still, this field goal, you know, mounts onto this lead. It does turn this into a 3-score game. And Beatty, this is a really makeable distance here. So Dane Evans, 7 minutes left, and he's got everything quite the to-do list.
Mason Bennett leads the Ticats with 5 tackles. He has 2 sacks in the game. Boris Beatty getting set for a 22-yard field goal. Snap, it's down, and Beatty steps up, and he's easily good for 22 yards. He hit a 56-yarder earlier in the game, but the Argos extend their lead. They now lead Hamilton 37-19 with 6:44 to go. We'll be right back from BMO Field, where the Ticats trail the Argos on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats trying for some heroics. RJ Broadhead, Luke Tasker. It's 37-19 Argos lead, and there is 6.5 minutes to go. Dane Evans drops back to pass, and he completes it to Pappy White. who looks like he got to the 45-yard line, halfway to the first down. Argos have scored 37 points in the game. That is a season high for points for the Argos.
Dane's got his work cut out here. A nice completion to start this drive. RJ, the last 3 drives have turned over and turned out and ended up in 3 turnovers, and that has been the story of the second halves. You know, and fourth quarter's got to change at some point here.
2nd and 5 from the Hamilton 45. Dane Evans tucks it. He runs, and he saw the 50-yard line, was trying to get there, and he slid about a half-yard short. So it's going to be 3rd down, but 3rd and short. And Tiger Cats clearly going for it, about half a yard they needed, and they get the first down. So it is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. The clock is also rolling. 5 minutes, 20 seconds, and continues to run.
You know, 19-point game, RJ, which is kind of interesting. You know, you need a 2-point conversion on one of your, you know, it's just things start getting a little goofy here.
Tiger Cats up to their own 51. A short pass. Don Jackson was open, but the pass was at his feet, and he couldn't come up with it. So Jackson out of the backfield. Dane Evans threw it a little bit low. Jackson dove for it, but couldn't make the catch. So 2nd and 10 now from the Ticats' 51-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go.
See if Toronto runs that drop 9 3-man rush here. They're going to bring 4.
4 receivers to the high side of the field. Short pass to Pappy White. Now it's just a scramble to get back to the line of scrimmage. He may have possibly a yard, but nowhere near enough for the first down. And the Ticats will...
So they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. I was just waiting to see if Dane stayed on the field or not.
Boy, my problem is, RJ, is that if you don't make this, you're almost turning the ball over in field goal range for the Argonauts. I just don't mind giving Dominic a chance to flip the field here and get your defense that is your best, your highest performance unit, get them a chance to make a stop. 3 scores with 4 minutes left. There's not really great options anywhere you look, but
3rd and 9 is tough. Dane Evans drops back. He throws, completes. The Tiger Cats get the first down. Stephen Dunbar Jr. had a stride on Chris Edwards. So the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down. On a 3rd and 9, they convert, and they're inside the Argos 30.
You got to hand it. That was a professional throw right there. Like you can see, it's just a perfect angle over the top of Chris Edwards, and a deep pass down the field. But there's still secondary behind that. I mean, that's an impressive completion.
Hit Stephen Dunbar right in stride. Great pass from Dane Evans. Now on the Toronto 29, fresh set of downs. Dane Evans wants to pass again. He's going for the end zone. Dunbar Jr. And he had to play defensive back as it looked like it was going to be another interception. It was Tarvaris McFadden who had it, but Dunbar was able to knock it out of his hands, so it is incomplete.
Yeah, and McFadden had the high shoulder the whole time, but I don't mind giving Stephen Dunbar Jr. He's a tall body. He has the ability to go up and get the ball at the highest point. You give him a chance to make the play, though it was low probability, and really impressive job by Dunbar Jr. to break up this interception.
McFadden was just coming down with it, and Dunbar was able to knock it out of his hand. 2nd and 10 now from the Toronto 29. Dane Evans looking end zone again, and it was Don Jackson, the intended target. Couldn't come up with it. That's incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10 from the Toronto 29.
Yeah, and Dane, I think he had the right idea there, but he was getting hit as he released the ball and just sailed a little high on him.
So there's 2:51 to go. We've reached the 3-minute warning. And the Argos lead the Tiger Cats 37-19. Tiger Cats trying to make something happen late. We'll have the finish for you coming up on the Ticats Audio Network. All right, so the Tiger Cats are going to go for the field goal, get some points. They trail 37-19. Seth Small has been excellent. 4 for 4 in the game. He's hit from 58 yards, and it just is going sideways for the Tiger Cats. Seth Small missed. He missed the field goal. So it'll go for a single point. It'll get the Tiger Cats to 20 points, but that was a short one, around a 30-yarder for Seth Small, and he missed it.
Yeah, kind of pulled it right off the start of right off the foot there, and yeah, when it goes wrong, it goes real wrong sometimes. There's just bad energy on the field, you can tell, and you got some defensive players really having good nights. You know, it's just you need a consistent string of positive plays, and the offenses had not been able to overcome the adversity of turnovers and injuries.
Argos will begin this drive on their own 40. There's 2:27 to go. And play clock was running, but the play hadn't been whistled in, so now we're good to go. McLeod, Bethel, Thompson putting up some big numbers in this game. Trevor Harris threw for almost 400 yards last week. Bethel Thompson up to 258. Argos attempt to keep it on the ground to A.J. Ouellette, but this run defense of the Tiger Cats won't relent, and it's a loss of close to 2 yards.
Dylan Wynn still with that fire in his eye that you love to see.
Yeah.
He's always competing, no matter what the status of the game is.
Offensive plays in the game. Hamilton has 61. Toronto just 43. Yet it's the Argos who lead by 17 points. It's another run. A.J. Ouellette gets to the line, then cuts to the right, and that'll get those 2 yards back that he lost originally. That'll get the Argos back close to the line of scrimmage and bring up third down. So Argos will punt the football. There's under 2 minutes to go, and they lead by 17.
Tunde Adeleke going back to receive this punt, and you can really kind of you can feel the difference with Lawrence Woods missing from the lineup as well.
Hamilton called a timeout. Timeout, Hamilton.
Lawrence Woods has been such an important part of this season. He's had explosive returns. He's leading the league in average yards per return, and he's out of the lineup tonight. And that's also been impacted the Ticats, especially in the field position.
You're definitely right, Luke. The road for the Tiger Cats has been rough. They're very close to a 6th consecutive road loss. Their last road win was December 5th, 2021. That was at BMO Field against the Argos in the East Final 265 days ago. Haggerty punts the football. Tunde Adeleke drifts back to his own 20. Gets across the 30, and the Argos are able to bring him down there. No Lawrence Woods in this game, so the Ticats have used Pappy White, they've used Tim White, they've used Tunde Adeleke to return kicks. Minute 49 to go, and the Tiger Cats will need something pretty miraculous here. Down by 17, so it's a 3-score game. Dane Evans, he'll be at quarterback. He's 16 for 24 in the game, 171 yards. He's fumbled and thrown 3 interceptions. Tiger Cats have turned the ball over 5 times. Dane Evans, that's a good pass. It's complete to Tim White, and he's in Argos territory, just short of the 50-yard line. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Very good pass. Very, very similar to the throw that Dane threw one drive ago to Stephen Dunbar Jr., except to his right this time. And RJ, every time Dane throws the ball, he's holding on to his chest, his right pec. I mean, he's dealing with something too out there. The Ticats cannot get a break in the injury department.
Matt Schultz on the sideline. Looks like he's icing his throwing hand. Dane Evans stayed in the pocket. Now he has to run to his right. Looks downfield, and this time he throws it way out of bounds. Nobody open for the Tiger Cats, so Dane Evans just got rid of that football, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for Hamilton from the Toronto 51, but they're definitely in 3-down territory here.
Yeah, and it's a minute 20 left, so do whatever you can. Try to get some positive plays on the field prior to the end of this game. And the Ticats are going to have an incredible week of leadership and of, work and prep to put something different on the field for Labor Day.
Dane Evans, empty backfield, throws over the middle. It's complete to Tim White, who backtracks a couple of steps and then gets the yards after the catch. He was way short of the first down, and then he got the legs going. And he got the first down and a lot more. Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. Minute 12 on the clock. Tiger Cats have to get this into the end zone if they hope to complete the miracle, or at least start the miracle.
Really impressive job by Tim White, battling and battling.
Clock is running, under a minute to go now. Hamilton has advanced to the Toronto 30. Dane Evans up the middle. That is complete to Lamar Durant, and he's down at the Toronto 4-yard line with 52 seconds to go. Argos are up by 17, so the Tiger Cats need a lot more than just this score, but they have to do it quickly if they hope to try an onside kick. 45 seconds, clock is running. First and goal from the Toronto 4. Dane Evans waiting, throws to the corner of the end zone. Pappy White dives for it. He has the football. The officials say no. No, they say it's incomplete.
You know, it's just amazing. I mean, these last 3-4 passes from Dane haven't just been normal completions. I mean, they've been really excellent passes, and that ball could not have been placed any better. Pappy White not able to pull it in, but just a perfectly thrown ball. And you know, you got to find a way as an offense to make these kinds of plays in more meaningful times in the game.
That was a great effort by Pappy White.
Really incredible, yeah.
He dove.
Very, very close.
Very close. Had his hands on it. Tough to haul those ones in. 33 seconds on the clock. Dane Evans looks end zone. Pressure's on, and Dane Evans is sacked. Tried to dive forward for a few extra yards. Brandon Barlow gets the sack on Dane Evans. That'll bring up a third and goal with 28 seconds to go. Tiger Cats led this game 16-10 at the half.
There's been a lot of mystery to the second halves of the Ticats, where, in my opinion, this game is a little bit more black and white. I mean, Matt Schiltz playing very well, has to leave the game, and there's a lot of adversity in their mix.
There's Dane Evans going end zone again. Third and goal. No. Incomplete. Stephen Dunbar jumped up to try to come up with it. It was over his head. He couldn't make the catch. And the Tiger Cats are going to have a sixth turnover. Another one on downs here. With 7 seconds to go, the Argos are going to win this football game. The second half, things just went sideways for the Tiger Cats. They did have a 10-point lead at one point. They were up 13-3. And now they're down by 17 with 7 seconds to go. The Argos are going to snap their 2-game losing streak. The Tiger Cats had been alternating wins and losses. That stops tonight. This will be back-to-back losses for Hamilton. Argos in the victory formation. They'll take a knee. Big second half for the Argos. And last 5 possessions for Hamilton, they had 4 turnovers and a missed field goal. That's the football game. Argos win it, so they get back to 500. At 5-5, the Tiger Cats fall to 3-8. They're 0-6 on the road. Time now for the Access Storage recap of the game. Score a touchdown with affordable storage. Access Storage has flexible storage solutions at a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca. Luke, this was an exciting first half, a close first half, but the second half again, the Argos pulled away and took advantage of Hamilton turnovers. We have talked about this already this season, but it still haunts Hamilton.
Still, there's been one game this season that the Ticats have won the turnover ratio. Apart from that, every single game they have turned the ball over more times, and they are well and ahead by against the rest of the league in turnovers made and turnovers forced, meaning they're last in both categories. And of course that adds to having the worst turnover ratio. But it is interesting that it's both. I mean, tonight was the giveaways were more noticeable, but they've also failed to take the ball away as much as you'd like to see, and that's just going to be really hard for them to overcome the wins and losses if they can't correct that. And then, of course, you've got the injuries that they're dealing with, and that's hard to watch as well. There's just so much. There's the game within the game out there going on, and there's so much changes that are happening that throw off a game plan, throw off an offensive call sheet. Obviously, Dane Evans has had a string of turnovers here with Jamal Peters having 3 interceptions tonight. You're not going to win games like that. You just can't. And so Labor Day has to be turned around for the Ticats. RJ, you brought up in our podcast earlier this week, if they do happen to lose both of these games, and now with this one being behind us, if they lose the Labor Day game, their playoff road gets very interesting, and they've got to have an unbelievable last third of the season. And so Labor Day is important.
Falters.
Exactly. You've got to count on other teams doing, losing games, and so we'll see. They've got to emotionally, they've got to heal after tonight. You've noticed after these last losses, they are heavy now. They really hurt, and it's going to be. You've got to find that energy and that light inside of you to bounce back in this week of prep.
So the Argos beat the Tiger Cats 37-20, outscoring the Ticats in the second half 27-4. Ticats now 37 turnovers on the season. That's 13 more turnovers than the next team on the list. Saskatchewan has 24. The turnovers haunt the Ticats again. Final score, Argos 37, Tiger Cats 20. Tiger Cats postgame with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz is coming up next. For our executive producer, Peter McEwen, our technical operator, Michael Steyer, our statistician, Jeff Girodat, and for Luke Tasker, I'm RJ Broadhead. Thanks for listening to Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Ticats Audio Network.